what they're doing in the front office. I mean, he's probably executive of the year for last year. Not only the trades that he made, getting Nick Foles to be able to come, Chris Long playing there. Take the top off the defense. Well, let me tell you, if you had 3 phone calls to make, Mike Wallace would be in them first 3 phone calls as far as NFL players. He's a veteran. He's gotten beyond that diva selfish stage that he went through when Miami gave him that John Jeffries, a big, slow, grinder-out guy. Only on occasion is he a deep threat. So to compliment him, you need a guy like Mike Wallace. How else did their passing game improve? Their tight end got better. So you need someone to stretch open zones. That's what Mike Wallace does. Their slot receiver, Nelson Aguilera, what does he do? He didn't play well outside. Mike Wallace is going to play outside. He's going to play in the slot. Alshon Jeffries is going to play outside. Mike Wallace is going to play outside. And my last point, what was the thing that set Nick Foles apart in the 2 games that we saw him Carson Wentz? When he comes back, he's going to give him a more consistent deep threat than Torrey Smith was, and at a cheaper price.
Man, I don't know how anyone could criticize this move. Like, what the Eagles are doing now is you are just putting, it's like if you're watching, you've ever written a paper in college, you're like, you know what, I think this is an A- level paper. I'm gonna make these little tweaks. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna try to round out the edges. They said, hey, we think we have a great D-line. We think we're gonna lose Vinnie Curry. Okay. Let's bring in Michael Bennett. Our passing game, we were going to have the MVP of the league at quarterback. We won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback and blew out a great defense in Minnesota. But what's the one thing we were missing? A guy that really was a threat. Smith, just like Michael Bennett's a better version of Vinnie Curry. Like, they are taking things they were good at last year and getting actually better at them. Like, if Mike Wallace list, as far as 50-yard reception in the last 2 years, Tyreek Hill. I've watched how he has helped other receivers because he demands a safety over the top on his side of the field. What that opens up for Travis Kelce. How much does this open up things for Zach Ertz?
Over 50 yards. No one in the NFL has done that in the last 2 years. Last year, he had 5 plays. Now, this is a career. 5 plays over 50 yards. Now, this is against the Steelers. When you're going against the best teams in the NFL, you want players on that fact. He got paid his money. He's trying to win a championship, a perfect fit for the Philadelphia Eagles.
One last really small note that's not including the 8 plays more than 50 yards. The pass interference penalties he drew last year. I mean, that was a huge part of the Ravens' offense.
Hurt. He was medically cleared to play. Only played 9 games. Missed 63. We learned yesterday from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski that the Spurs held a player Into all of this.
Man, I am very rarely just flummoxed by something, confused, like to where I can't even try to squint hard enough to be like, all right, this is what's happening. I don't get this.
Giving them benefit of the doubt because we got so much respect for how they conduct their business, how they take care of their players. Then on the flip side, he met me. I know Kawhi. I know the people who manage Kawhi. So your eyes are telling you something. Your heart's telling you something because you've been dealing with Pop in San Antonio, but also you're getting this other intel that, like, man, it seems like there's something wrong here.
So the people that manage CC's playing career, the people that manage Kawhi's playing career, CC knows these people and knows Kawhi. And Kawhi is not a soft guy. Kawhi is also not a guy that is me. That's not who he is.
Right.
The Spurs are also an organization that I watched punt
Has done this with two other superstars. He managed David Robinson till he got
these two parties that I have immense faith in both are going against each other.
But why do you feel, this is what I don't understand. Why are you surprised and why do they feel like they're going at each other? You say that Greg Popovich has a history of letting his players just work.
Was this statement. Listen, guys, Kawhi isn't coming back. Kawhi
different plane than the player.
Right.
Like, so that's the part that Nick is like, well, the organization, they didn't have to release a statement. They released a statement that he's cleared.
Yeah.
And the player is not showing up. So obviously the player, he's communicated.
They believe a fully healthy Spurs team can win the championship. And that's, I think, causing some of the angst from some of the older players.
Yes.
Is this might be our last chance to win a championship. And our doctors are saying